starter, typically I like to do like a 1 to 5 to 5 ratio is my favorite. But because this is so little, and same with yours, what you're gonna do when you get home, you're gonna put it into a glass mason jar about this size or bigger, okay? Because your starter, you're gonna put it in, it's gonna not be very much, but it's going to grow overnight. So tonight when you guys get home, you wanna transfer it into a glass mason jar. You need a digital scale. This is crucial. You can't just go half cup, half cup. It's not accurate. It needs to be exact, okay? So I'm gonna tear out my jar. You always wanna do water first. Steve, you're recording this for us? This was filtered water from my fridge, but I didn't want it to be too cold, so I heated it up just a little bit. I'm gonna get started here. Bless you.
Oh, thank you, everyone.
Salud.
God bless you, everybody.
So we're gonna do 100 grams of water. This was 101, but that's okay.
Is this
I'm gonna
in the
use-
recipe, Mia? Because I'm not gonna remember.
Yeah, this is all written down.
Okay.
She's recording it.
Oh, good.
And then I like to use my spurtle, or you can use a spoon, and you're gonna mix your starter and water together first, okay, before you add the flour. Just mix it up till it's a nice milky white.
What are your dog names again?
Daisy and Birdie.
And Birdie?
Yeah, Birdie is the black one, Daisy's the white one. Okay, so then, now we're gonna add 100 grams of flour. Okay, this is just simplest way. This is my flour caddy.
She says it's red sugar flour.
Yes, this is bread flour.
I don't even know
It's
flour.
Arthur's bread flour that is also in my recipe.
No, I was sitting here on my phone, right?
Someday.
You're not growing weed out back and
Unfortunately, no.
So Mia, you're just keeping a running count on your measurements for grams?
Back in March.
I'm tearing it out of my scale.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Now we mix these two together. And that's it. We're gonna let it grow. I usually like to use a little wipe erase marker, or you can use a rubber band and mark where it is so you can see how much it's grown. When it has doubled in size, at least doubled, now this is a good starter, it will triple, quadruple in size, but when it has at least doubled, it's ready to use to make bread.
Leave me a smile.
Now, we don't have to wear that apron, but it helps, right?
It does. I don't make
It looked
rules.
really good on us.
I know. I'm searching that one on Amazon.
Yeah. Google image search it.
Now, you don't want to put your mason jar lid on tight because this is going to release gas and it can shatter your jar. What I like to use is this good old cling wrap because we want to not let the starter dry out, but you also want it to be able to release that gas. And that's it, guys. You fed your starter. Easy. Okay?
This is daily?
No, so I
It's like
keep
a
mine,
dog.
if you wanna keep it on the counter, you have to feed it daily. Who has time for that? I keep it in the refrigerator and you can keep it for weeks, months without feeding it and it will just chill in there and be good. It'll start to get some liquid on top called hooch. You can dump it down the sink, you can drink it, or you can just mix it back into the sourdough. I like to dump it, otherwise it's like a little too sour. But yeah, keeping it in the fridge is what I recommend because then you don't have to feed it all the time.
Cool.
Okay, so now we have that. This is some starter that has already grown. You can see it's kind of puffing out the top there. This is 100 grams of starter. This is how much you're going to use for your recipe. So now we're going to make some dough. That part's fine. I did 125 just to be on the safe side. Okay, so I'm gonna get a bowl.
her sourdough is gone.
Tear it out. I'm just gonna use my spurtle. God, I love it.
Is there a dictionary for sourdough?
Probably. Now, notice, I'm taking this straight out of the fridge, okay? That is something that you can do. If your sourdough starter has grown, like I'm gonna leave it till the morning time. It's gonna triple in size. And then, let's say I'm not ready to make bread yet. You just stick it in the fridge and you can use it at any time, okay? That's the cool thing. You don't have to feed it and then use it right away. You can stick it in the refrigerator and use it later. Now this is like a little controversial, not everyone does this, but I have found it works perfectly well. All sourdoughs, all the bread you guys are getting, it's coming from the fridge. Okay, so it's 108 grams of starter. You want between 100 and 125. I like to do 100, so it's fine. Okay, so now we want warm filtered water. We're gonna do 340 grams. Whoops, too much. It's okay, we're just gonna dump some out.
So how many people are going to be buying a digital scale on the way home?
I was just about to say something. Probably get a scale.
You need a digital scale.
I will be selling digital scales.
Great.
Thanks, Mike.
Okay, now we're gonna mix.
Mixing something other than sourdough, that's why you're doing it.
If we close 3 Zillows in a quarter, can we get a digital scale?
Like, I swear, she's for sourdough.
They're like $10 on Amazon.
But $15 outside.
There you go.
Get them now.
Yeah, good enough.
You want to make sure
I
your
can
digital scale measures in grams. It should, but yes.
Always helping
Okay,
us,
so we're
Mike.
gonna mix it up till it's like this, like milky white. It's okay if there's a couple little floating chunks in there. I know, really appetizing, but okay. So that's it, like that. Back on our scale. Make sure it's at 0. Now we're gonna add some salt. I like pink Himalayan salt, but you can use just table salt is fine. And we're gonna add 11 grams.
Done with the jar. Boom. No.
There we go. Anywhere between 10 and 12 is okay. I like 11. Just the right amount of saltiness for me. Okay.
Does the Himalayan taste any different, or you just like it?
I just like it, and also it's pink. So sometimes if I'm like, oh shoot, did I add salt or not? I can look, it's pink. I can see it.
Cool.
It's white. It's a gamble. Okay, so we're gonna tear that out back to 0, and now we're gonna add 500 grams of our bread flour. Oh, damn it.
Specific brand.
Yes.
Yes, I like King Arthur.
Organic. The best.
You want exactly 500.
Yeah.
Not 501. There we go. Okay, so take it off the scale. Clean this up, it's driving me crazy.
So did anybody else not understand the tear out with the scale? I didn't get that. And I-
It just clears it out.
Yeah.
It clears it back to 0.
I didn't get it, but I do now. I was just wondering if anybody else is going, okay, whatever.
So now,
Just me.
We tear out the bottom of the
Yeah, just me. Just me.
Now we're going to use our dough whisk, or you can use a fork or your hands. Okay, I'm just fancy. This is like the Danish dough whisk. If you want to look on Amazon, they sell them in sets of 2.
Nice.
So you could buddy up with a friend. Okay. See, Steve, this is how I get my exercise.
I'm amazed.
$10 for one.
Oh.
$6.76.
Black Friday, $6.76 for 2.
Hey, there we go. That's a
Friday
price.
Stainless steel.
Okay, so it's gonna be this like shaggy mess.
That's probably fine.
You want to give him
We're gonna have to get our hands dirty. Wash your hands. And also it helps too because you need wet hands.
Christmas.
Okay? Don't dry them. The dough doesn't stick as much to wet hands. Okay, get that all off your dough whisk. You don't wanna waste any, and also you definitely don't want it going down your sink because this can become like cement in your pipes. Okay, here is my bench scraper. You're gonna scrape around the bowl to get it all off the sides, and then you're just gonna kind of use your hands and just incorporate it till you don't feel any dry bits anymore.
Will this be on the test?
Yes.
Of course.
Test is your own.
Mike, do you have this, correct?
Yes.
Mine's not as good as this. I've attempted to use this.
Okay, and then you're gonna use your bench scraper and scrape off the rest of the dough from your fingers too, because again, waste not, want not, right? Okay, so now I'm done getting this off my fingers.
Strategically, no rings, right?
I never wear my rings when I'm making the bread because it will get all clumped up in there. Yeah, take off the jewelry, and I do pull my hair back. I'm sure none of you have seen my hair up ever. And that is because I don't like it, but I don't want hair to fall into my food. So here it is, okay? It's just like a nice little ball of dough. And now we're gonna put a plastic shower cap on it. You can also use saran wrap. I get these from Amazon, get the extra large ones, okay? I mean, I guess if you're just making one thing of bread at a time, it's fine, but I usually do 4, and so I use a big bowl. So we're gonna set a timer, Alexa, set dough timer, 30 minutes. Can't hear her, but I know she got it. So typically, if I have time, the first set I let sit an hour, but because I want to show you guys, 30 minutes is okay. Then we're gonna do stretch and folds, and we're gonna do 4 sets of those half an hour apart, okay? It'll make sense when I show you. Okay, so now I have a focaccia I prepared. When you're making focaccia, you are going to do the same thing I just did there, and the only difference is you're gonna add a little bit more water and you're gonna add avocado oil. That's it. Everything else is the same. And then what you do is you do 2 sets of stretch and folds, and then you let it sit out all night in its bowl. You put it in a pan with some oil. I'm gonna dimple it and we're gonna bake it. But focaccia is super easy. So if you guys prefer the focaccia over there, like it's even easier than sourdough. So you want it to sit out all night. I put it in the pan this morning when I got up at 5 a.m. And you want it nice and loose and jiggly like this. We're gonna top it with a little more avocado oil, which is also in the bottom of the pan too. And I'm pretty liberal with my oil. That's why it tastes so good. And it's heart healthy, right? We're fine. Okay, and then I use coarse salt. So you're gonna wet your hands again. Always wet with sourdough. And you're gonna dimple. And you want to kind of get in there, massage, and you wanna make sure you're touching the bottom of the pan. And if there's any of the corners that haven't quite stretched out, kind of use your fingers and stretch those out a little bit. And this one I stuffed with jalapenos and cheddar.
How did you roll that all in, like, to get it like that?
Yeah, it was just like this.
All in there, and you just-
Yeah. We're gonna top it with a little bit of flaky sea salt.
So you already put the jalapeno and stuff in there, and the cheddar in there?
That's it.
Okay.
Yes. And then we're gonna bake it for 30 minutes at 425. Now you wanna bake this at the lowest part of your oven. I like to just put it on the very bottom of my oven. Take out the baking sheet and just put it on the bottom. It helps the bottom get nice and crispy. Otherwise, the bottom cannot be crispy, and who doesn't want a crispy bottom, right? Okay, and mine, I cleaned my oven so well, but the peach cobbler one overflowed this morning and got all over the bottom of my oven, so.
We're not gonna tell him. Yeah.
Okay, Alexa, set focaccia timer 30 minutes. I'm gonna turn her up a little bit. Okay, so now, let's see, I don't think I need water anymore. Just to clean up my workspace a little bit. Okay, so now we have a sourdough that I made yesterday.
Just come on in. Like made for TV, like fast forward.
This one I made last night. I did the 4 sets of stretch and folds. Normally I make it in the morning and then it does something called a bulk rise, where it sits between 2 and 8 hours and just rises. You want it to be domed on top. You want it to have a nice jiggle to it. You want it to kind of pull away from the bowl when you pull it down like that. And also you can do a poke test where you poke it and it should kind of stick in there without popping back out right away. So this is good. I'm going to show you how to shape it, and we're going to also do some inclusions on one of them. Show you how to do that in case you want to make a jalapeno cheddar or what have you.
Hey Mia, if it's not in that state that you just said,
Yes,
what do?
you have to wait.
Wait longer.
Wait longer. It's better for it to be overproofed, where it's like a big jiggly blob, than underproofed. Underproofed will come out gummy
I've had that.
and awful. Yes. And give yourself some grace. When you start making bread, it might come out like that. You might go like, oh, I don't want it to be overproofed, and then it comes out underproofed. It's okay. It's not gonna taste very good, but that's all right. You'll get there. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this out onto the counter, and I'm gonna move this so you can see better. And so I'm going to clean the counter again. I got some feedback last time about my Trader Joe's spray. So this is a no rinse disinfectant and food surface sanitizer.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Love it.
I need to step up my game.
It's also available outside for 9.
Mike's here, Miss Martin, so I'll be here in 15 minutes.
Mike, you don't miss an opportunity. Good job.
Because we don't want to be eating chemicals and we want it to be food safe. Right? Okay. I'm gonna let that dry for a sec. So for our inclusions, again, I'm going with jalapeno cheddar, because why not? It's a popular one. I like to do cube cheese. I cut this up last night. You can do shredded, but it disappears in the bread. You might get a little hint of shredded cheese flavor, but I recommend going with cubed. And then I like to use sliced, like jarred jalapenos, because I'm a baby and I don't like it too spicy. And if you use regular jalapenos with the seeds, it's gonna be spicy. If you like spicy, go for it. You can use fresh, but this is just what I prefer. I'm gonna wipe this down one more time so it's dry. Okay,
I'm a wimpy gringo too, and that bread tasted great to me.
Yeah.
good. That's, these are the jalapenos that are in there.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. Okay, so, who's this guy again? Rinse them off real quick. Okay, so now we're going to turn our dough out onto the counter. Get out of here, Daisy. I just like to help coax it out with my bench scraper. Some people let it just fall naturally, and that's fine too. And again, I like to try and get all of it because I don't want to waste. Okay, so this is just one recipe of sourdough, but for sake of showing you guys inclusions versus not, I'm gonna split it into two. So they're gonna be kind of like little mini loaves.
While you're doing that, Mia, can you talk a little bit about the starter that we're going to get? If we use it up, it's gone. Do you keep a little bit
You're
behind?
always gonna keep a little bit behind, yeah. So
Okay.
that's why you're gonna feed it with 100 flour and 100 water tonight. That's going to add 200 grams, and then when you make your first loaf, you're gonna use 100 grams of that.
Gotcha.
There'll still be 100 grams left
Okay,
over.
got it.
Yeah,
And then you put it in the refrigerator.
yes.
Over.
Yep. When you feed it, it has to sit out. It has to grow at room temperature. Okay. Don't mix it up and then stick it immediately in the fridge. You want to mark it and watch it grow. Once it has at least doubled in size, then you can put it in the fridge. Okay. Okay. So you can flour your work surface. I like that very like crispy looking outside. I don't like the floury look, so I don't flour. And you can see it's not sticking to my counter because it's not overproofed. But you want to kind of laminate it out into like a nice little rectangle.
So this is the finished product that she's doing right now. A little bit of nice crust on there and not floury.
Send me that content?
No, I'll be selling this. Mike and I are partnered on this.
I
They're gonna be outside selling.
It's going on YouTube.
Okay.
Probably eventually, yeah. If
You
Mia
want
wants
to
it
make sure
to.
these are drained out. I drained them last night.
My only note is that it's horizontal, not vertical. Very
Really?
important for social media.
Oh,
Okay,
really?
That'll do
Good.
well
Dump all
on
these in here.
YouTube, but not Instagram.
Interesting.
That was a half a jar. This is like a half a loaf.
And I learned the
But
hard way I
for
can't change
a
it
full
now.
loaf, then yeah, I
Once it's
loaded
started,
up with the
I
inclusions.
gotta stick with it.
Okay,
I feel like we can't do too many.
okay, amen to that.
Right. I'm gonna take a nice handful of cheese. And then we're gonna kind of just spread it out a little bit. Okay, then we're going to fold one side, okay? Take a little bit more cheese, chop up here. And then we're gonna fold this side, okay? We're gonna roll it up, and we're going to gently just shape it a little bit. With inclusions, you have to be really careful. You can see it's starting to poke through. Love her, leave her alone. Now, for regular, it's a very similar process. We're just not gonna put stuff inside. Move that out of the way. So again, we're gonna fold, fold, roll, and then you're gonna use your hands and tuck the sides underneath until it's a nice little round ball. And this is just the first shaping. We're gonna do this again. When you're making regular, you do a second shaping. When you do an inclusion, it's one and done. You don't wanna mess with it too much. Then what happens is you put it into a flour sack lined bowl. We're gonna use a little bowl because they're little loaves.
The whole thing of
The towels I wash separately and bleach them and sanitize them every time. It goes in upside down, seam side up, and then you just want to cover it loosely with the towel. I like to put a shower cap, or you can use a plastic bag, and then it goes into the fridge for at least 8 hours, up to 36 hours. This is called cold proofing, okay? Sour flavor. So there's that. Now this one, we're just gonna cover up, and it's gonna rest for 20 minutes. Alexa, set rest timer 20 minutes. Yes. Yeah, I named them so that I know what she's tracking. That one was rest, yeah. And then we have a focaccia time, we got different timers going on here. So, in 20 minutes, we're gonna come back, I'm gonna do my second shaping on this. Now these would normally go into the fridge for their little nap, but we're gonna bake them just so you can see how to bake them. With inclusions, I'll get to it. For now, everyone, you got a little 20-minute break, eat, chat, do whatever you want. Okay.